everyone, my name is Acacia and I'm going to be sharing the good news of the gospel with you today. So the gospel is God's ultimate love story of how his true love transcends even the worst of situations. So to start with any story, we need to go to the beginning. So in the beginning, God created everything. He created the earth, he created the sun, the moon, the stars, animals, plants, you name it, he got it. And in that place, he created the Garden of Eden, where all those things resided and lived. And God also created the first very two people named Adam and Eve. He created them in his likeness, in his image, and he created them to be in relationship with him. So they walked with him, they talked with him, they fellowshiped with him, they hung out with him. It was a great time. Everything was great, perfect. Everything was wonderful. God specifically made a tree and told them not to eat from it unless they would surely die. And that tree is called the tree of knowledge of good and evil. So one day, Eve is in the garden and a serpent comes up to her and tells her, "Hey, you want to be like God? Eat from the tree. You won't die." And unfortunately, Eve bought into that lie and she didn't remember that she was already like God. She reflected his image because he created her. So she ate some of the fruit and she also gave it to Adam too. And because of their disobedience, sin entered the world for the very first time. And the rest of humanity was cursed with sin because of their choice. And sin is what separates us from God. It is the thing that is the defining feature where we can never get back to God on our own volition. It is impossible. So that close and loving relationship that Adam and Eve had with God was broken and would never be the same because all of humanity was doomed to die after that because of their one choice and their disobedience to God. But the good news, the very, very good news, God didn't just leave it there. He made a plan for us to be rescued through his son, Jesus. And Jesus was fully man, but also fully God. And he lived a perfect and sinless life as a sacrifice for us so that we wouldn't have to die because of our sin. John 3:17 says, "For God did not send his son in the world to condemn it, but to save it through him." And after Jesus died and took our sin on the cross, he was buried and put in a tomb. But he didn't stay dead. He overcame death and rose again on the third day. So God is offering you this free gift of eternal life for anyone that would believe in what Jesus did for them on the cross. And Romans 10:9 says, "If you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved." And to be reconciled with God, we must forsake our sinful ways and confess with our mouths and believe in our hearts that Jesus is Lord. So this gospel love story is available to you, and God is ready to give it to you. Are you willing to receive it?